What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. This is a video I told you guys I would make. It's called What's Next? It's a segment I like to do after pivotal points in fights, fighters winning or losing, big name fighters and whatnot. And I want to do one on Saul, Canelo, Alvarez, let you know my thoughts. What's next for Canelo? What can we expect? What do I expect from him? Just future expectations. So without further ado, let's get into it. Um, as far as his performance yesterday, I feel he tried. He definitely tried to beat Mayweather. One thing I definitely can't say and I like, the kid's 23. Taking a loss to Mayweather, especially this early in your career, it's nothing to hold your head low. He's the number one pound for pound guy, and he proved why last night. So it looked like he took the loss pretty hard, which is good because it shows that he's a competitive person, and I like that. I like that competitive streak, even in the fight. He looked like he didn't want to quit. He was getting severely outclassed and even embarrassed. He threw a wide punch, and then Mayweather's like looking off to the side, just trying to embarrass him and showboating to a degree. And he was just way slower than Mayweather. He was just getting tagged, and he was still trying. He didn't just fully give up. He was getting frustrated. You could tell because he like shoulder checked him. Um, but he was really competitive, and it looked like the loss affected him. And just everything I heard on All Access and stuff, I really feel this guy is a true competitor that doesn't want to lose. He started talking about how he was getting bullied, so he stuck up and used to get in little scraps with neighborhood kids and stuff like that. And I could totally see that. I see him being that type of person, like always getting in fights and stuff and not really backing down. And that's good. You need a young lion like that, someone with that kind of heart and determination. Way better than the fighter who doesn't have the will to press on. And anytime a fighter does that, I definitely give him props. So props to Canelo for that. As far as what's next, he needs to start back from the basics. Just realize he lost to the best fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather, pound for pound, and move past him. Start honing in. I honestly think Golden Boy, they realize this dude. I mean, he's the ladies like him. He's a good looking dude. He's marketable, and he only has one blemish on his record as of right now. So I think Golden Boy are still going to give him opportunities, and he brings in fan base even after his loss. Everyone knows he lost, except for maybe C.J. Ross, that bitch. Um, I heard seen a lot of people on his page and stuff like keep your head up. Canelo is still Team Canelo, so the support hasn't changed, even though he got grossly outboxed and outclassed. People still want to see him. I still want to see him fight in the future. And again, unless you could do what Mayweather does and what you bring to the table is what Mayweather brings to the table, it's two different fights. You have to have Mayweather's speed, hand speed, foot speed, ring intelligence, experience, chin, his power. I mean, if you don't have all that, then you're not going to give Canelo that same type of fight. So I think Canelo's still dangerous at 154. There's a lot of guys he can mix it up with. I think Golden Boy, to get him his confidence back, they're probably going to give him a fight like Carlos Molina, give him a quick title back or a title shot against Carlos Molina, especially judging by how Molina looked. Molina is, there's certain people and fighters, and I hate to say, there's certain fighters in boxing, I hate to say this, but they're kind of like just the scrap fighters, and the promoters have no problem making fights with these people because these people have names like kind of like the Gabriel Rosados, the Kermit Cintrons, people like Carlos Molina. The promoters, I feel like they use these fighters to their advantage, make these fights, even if that fighter's gonna lose, and they know that that fighter will lose. So that's just my thoughts on boxing politics. But anyway, I think Canelo will probably get a title shot. Someone like Carlos Molina, judging by how Carlos Molina looked in Ishe Smith fight on the undercard, I would definitely pick Canelo all the way. At one point in time, I would say that would be a tricky fight for Canelo, but I've since seen Canelo improve, show more tricks in his arsenal. He just now went the distance with Mayweather, and Carlos Molina looked like shit, and so did Ishe Smith. Neither of them made an entertaining fight at all. I was bored until the Lucas Matisse, Danny Garcia came on. Um, Other than that, Canelo's a big boy, so I see him moving up or being forced out of the division eventually. I don't know how many fights he has left. He probably can get a couple more fights at 154, but at the rate he's growing rapidly. I see him moving up to 160. I'm not sure how he'll do there. He is a shorter fighter for the higher weight divisions, but then you do have people like Curtis Stevens who campaign at 160, so it's definitely doable. I mean, height is not everything. You have people like Gamboa who are pretty short for the divisions, and they try to move up, and we'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see how he does at the higher weight divisions, but I do see him moving up. I think Canelo can give tough fights to a lot of people. I would still like to see a Miguel Cotto. If Cotto convincingly and impressively gets past Delvin Rodriguez, I think that's a hell of a fight. Make that fight Canelo versus Miguel Cotto, especially if Cotto doesn't look like he's shot worn more than he already has in his last two fights. I think that's a hell of a fight, and it's a marketable fight. Canelo wanted that fight later. Based on the last performances, I would have to give Canelo the fight over Cotto. I think he beats Cotto at this point of Cotto's career, unless Cotto shows me something in the Delvin Rodriguez fight. And even still, even if Cotto like destroys Delvin Rodriguez, that's Delvin Rodriguez. So I mean, he's not like a bum, but he's not anywhere near an elite level, or I don't know. I see Canelo beating Cotto, and I'm a Cotto fan and I'm a Canelo fan too. So I don't know. I just see Canelo at this stage beating Cotto. Also, maybe make a Sergio Martinez fight in 2014. I don't know if Canelo's going to fight at the end of the year. He's young enough to do it, so hopefully we get to see him one more time, like maybe in December, if not 2014. There's people like Sergio Martinez. You have people like Carlos Molina. Edeslandi Lara has been a fight I've always wanted to see. Edeslandi Lara, this is a perfect time to fight Edeslandi Lara because Lara is off of a tough win against Angulo, and that was a tough fight where he got knocked down. Canelo just took a loss. It's an interesting fight. This has been a fight that boxing hardcore fans have talked about for quite some time. Make it happen. I'd be interested in seeing that. So this is really what I think is next for Canelo. I think he has a bright future. He just has to hold his head up, stay focused, don't get too discouraged, and we'll see. So let me know what you guys think for Canelo. Is he overhyped? Is he a bum? Is he going to do good? Is he going to bounce back? What do you guys think? As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.